Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. I know I'm late. Today we're gonna go straight to the daily show, the day trading show. Um, I got held up by Donald Trump and South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. They have a meeting now, even though it get the hell out of me. But let me take this call. Love. Sorry guys, I'm just on an important call. Just hold on for me. I'm on a very important call trying to close out some deals here. Sure, I'm for it. Sorry guys, I'm just finishing up some deal here. Okay, okay guys, welcome guys to our today's show. Let's see what we have on the flip side. Mr. Ramaphosa was meeting at a meeting today with Donald Trump. Unfortunately, I was watching that and I was busy with some deal that I'm trying to close. So while at it, tell me your buyers. Okay, I'm audible. While at it, tell me your buyers. Let me quickly create a poll here. Um, when I create a quick poll, I always wanted to. As you come in, just can tell me your bias if you're bullish or bearish. So I'm gonna start doing the analysis now. I know we are late, but one create poll. Where did I go? Okay, okay, okay. So guys, I'm just quickly creating a poll here. What's your bias for the PM session? I'll be with you. Am I audible? Okay. We're gonna get at it, guys. Just be patient with me. I'm creating a poll for you guys. For you to tell me if you're bullish or bearish, please like the live and leave a comment, man. Tell me what you think on the comment section. Are you bullish or bearish? Yesterday we got a banger. Let's see how we're gonna go today. And tell me where you're from. Are you if you're in South Africa? Just leave a comment. Tell me where. Okay, about to finish. I'm gonna give you a poll now. Today we didn't do the daily show. In between, we'll go and check everything and go for the thing. Okay, here we go. I've never added this before, but let me see if I can. Okay, it was. See, let's see. Just gonna quickly try to see if I can create a post here. It's not visible. Go live, upload, create a post. Okay. It seemed like I'm not winning, but anyway, let's get into it, guys. I'll see the post later. Do you see the poll? Let me see. I'll see the poll later. Anyway, welcome, guys. Let's do it. So for the PM session, I always speak about this. I am still bullish long term. Weekly, monthly, I'm bullish coming to this daily fair value gap. However, we have been reacting on this daily fair value gap again here, and we've seen a bit of rejection. And if you go behind here, you can clearly see that there is a bit of a resistant area. We broke above and we are holding that area. So that's another space that we are reacting to. Maybe that is why we are rejecting. But when you look at the daily time frame, we have taken today's high. We have taken today's low above yesterday's high and low. There's relatively equal highs. So which is another space where perhaps we could look into going into. Already we're acting back at that order block here. This is a 4 hour order block, and then above we have relatively, as I said, equal highs could be the draw of liquidity. If we look at it, could be a draw of liquidity coming to this high. So that's another space, and also we are reacting on this 1 hour fair value gap here. So there is this 1 hour fair value gap. Let me remove this. There is an order block here, but I'll remove it. I'll just mark it like this. So we're reacting on this 1 hour fair value gap, and we could be pushing back to this equal highs that I spoke about. And this could be a sweep here. And the market could have went without me as well. So that could be a sweep. That could be a sweep. Let's say S&P 500. How does it look like? Okay, there is an SMT, so I am more bullish than bearish. I am more bullish than bearish. There is an SMT between Nasdaq and S&P 500. So I am more bullish. 1 hour time frame, there is a clear SMT. So that's setting up for a very good bullish momentum here. So let me see the 15 minutes time frame. And do not forget to like and subscribe. So already in the AM session, we pushed to the upside, reacted here, reviewing equal. So between yesterday's high, which is the yesterday Asia high, and today's high that created during the lunch hour, it has left a very huge equal highs there. That approximately could be a draw for our liquidity. Um, so we've also taken this today's low, and just before the AM open, we've already opened up here. This could also be a draw for liquidity to the upside. I I normally do not take. I'm not good with continuation because there could be a continuation here lower. There could be a continuation lower. However, to take out this low. However, for me, I also think we could push back to the upside. So honestly, that's what I'm saying. I am neutral. I am neutral. Am I neutral? I think I'm bullish, guys. I think I'm bullish. Let me see. I don't like. Okay, I am bullish. I am bullish. What's your bias though as you come in, guys? Because there is equal highs there. Interesting. So here's my plan. If we get this 5 minutes invasion, yeah, I will go long. But if we break below and hold like this, perhaps I'll go short. I'll decide. But if we get this for 5 minutes invasion, I'm gonna go long. Yep, I am gonna go long. So this is a measure 5 minutes for me. If we don't, I'm not gonna get a trade. So S&P 500 looks like there is an invasion of this 5 minutes. Yeah, a good clear invasion on the 5 minutes. But if you look at S&P 500, it will be good for me to look for something like this. So to get a break above here, and if we to get that break, if you look at it clearly, it will be a market structure shift, and then we hold and push to the upside. So I'm going to be watching it on Nasdaq. If Nasdaq does give us an that invasion that I'm talking about, we are set to go low. Guys, please do not forget to subscribe while you're at it. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for something like this. So now it's a waiting game. Yazi coaching ngicabanga bhuti wami. Rather So I was saying, guys, I'm just gonna wait for this. I am waiting patiently. Oh, guys, Emelo, it's super cold. Oh, I forgot to check, yeah? I meant to check. Let me see. I meant to check what news did we have because I didn't do the day trading show. We only had CPI, GPP CPI. While waiting, we only had GPP CPI today. But we saw Nasdaq pulling to the downside. What breaking news were there? But I'll check that. It's fine. Please, guys, please subscribe. I'm begging you. On my road to 100 subscribers, while at it, while trading with me, please subscribe, like the live. I see we are four. Analysis on gold. Okay, I will check gold for you, brother. Let's see gold while waiting here. So let's see gold. Let's see day trading gold, long trading gold, gold, gold. Okay, I spoke about this over and over again. Gold, I am not looking for a trade personally. However, a roll over here. So gold, if it rolls back over to this support, I'm gonna look to go long. So for gold, something like this will work for me. So a roll over down to push back to the upside because we've already broken above the resistant area and we pull. So this more like was a fake out. We looked at like we have a fake out and we push back to the upside. My problem now with buying gold or anything, I'm more into risk asset. It's there's so much stability in the market. Fundamentally, we are really neutral for gold in terms of when you look at the fundamentals, what happened lately. The US market is very stable. What was here today? Let's see. So look at this. So I always look at my fundamentals. So here, what happened lately is that there is high risk of geopolitical risk. So if you take geopolitics, that will push gold to the upside. And then if we're to look at the microeconomics, one of them, I'll just quickly go through them. Remember, I'm also day trading. Just quickly check what's happening with the Nasdaq day trading, then we can get into it. But gold, technically, it is bullish. It's very bullish technically. I wouldn't deny it's very bullish. Please, guys, please like, guys. Please like. I need to see 5 likes. Please like and subscribe, guys. Don't just leave without subscribing. Okay, the market is not doing anything. But anyway, what I wanted to show you is the microeconomics of gold. Why I think I will still be neutral for gold, and I'll explain now. Even though technical is bullish, if you want to use technicals alone, definitely bullishness. It is what it is. Um, so I will focus on the USA stock market. I'll focus on the USA microeconomics. If we're to look at NFP came out exactly as expected. Unemployment rate is 4.2. Very solid, stable economy. NFP, sorry, it was 117. While the most important one, inflation rate. So the inflation rate does support gold to the upside. And the reason why I'm saying so, because if you look at CPI, we're at 2.3%, and lower CPI really suggests that the Feds will cut interest rate. And right now, if we were to look at interest rate, we are at 4.5%. We are at 4.5%. So if inflation continues dropping, I say this, if inflation continues dropping, close to 2% because the target is 2%. Below 2%, they have to increase interest rate in that sense. But if you go towards 2%, I mean below 2%, they have to cut interest rate. But right now, if we're exactly at 2%, if we're exactly at 2%, we are likely also to get rate cuts. And when we get rate cuts, it will push gold to the upside. When we have unemployment, geopolitics will push gold to the upside as well. And if we look at GDP growth in the US is minus 0.3%, which is in support for gold longs. Unemployment rate a bit stable, nothing much about that. Retail sales 0.1, we support gold to the upside. So fundamentally, there's a lot of support for gold to the upside. However, the market, it's a very, very stable market. So you wouldn't just jump on and buy gold just because the market looks like it wants to buy gold. Okay? But however, technically, I'm bullish on gold. What do you think yourself? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Did I answer your question? Technically, gold is bullish. Technically, gold is bullish. We have seen gold rejecting on this trend line here, way above the 200 MA. We broke below this resistant area. However, if you were to watch the previous day's lives, um, previous day's live, I spoke about this fair value gap or this strong support here that we could reject here and reject on this trend line and we push back to the upside. And it did that. It exactly rejected there, and definitely we are pushing to the upside. But for me, I think gold, as I said, let me say this again so that it makes sense again. And good news is next week I'll be having a very good fundamental software that will allow me not to analyze struggling with analysis of fundamentals. Anyway, so if we roll over, coming back to this support, I am gonna look to enter gold to the upside. However, only if the fundamentals make sense. If fundamentals doesn't make sense, I'm not gonna enter it. I hope I answered you. Let me see the dollar index. I think the dollar index is rallying to the up downside now. Um, but what was your bias, man? Oh yeah. Okay, the dollar index. So the dollar index is interesting. What happened in the market today? So the dollar index, I thought it's gonna hold this resistant area. It seems like we are breaking below. So now our grace to push back to the upside. Nah. So the dollar index basically it's indication of saying we might pull back and push back to the downside. So push back to the upside to hold the support, and then we'll roll over to the downside coming for that. So this is the range that I'm working on. This is a DXY, but for gold, definitely bullishness is it's imminent. So I think I did analyze your gold. I did analyze gold. Are you answered, Ziggy? As I say again, something like this. So for gold, I'm waiting for something like that. A roll over and then push back to the upside. But we might not get that, hey? I hope I answered you. Okay, let's go back to the day trading show. Please, guys, please like the live. I'll truly appreciate if you were to like the live. Please, 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 ladies and gentlemen. So, as I said, I'm waiting for an invasion of this 5 minutes overview gap, and perhaps I will look for a trade after that. But other than that, I'm gonna sit on my hand. Let me quickly answer this text, guys. Sorry. Come on, man. Push. Give me the invasion by the end, then I'm gonna enter trade. Okay, we are dollar darling. I hope we can push to the upside, eh? Thank you, brother. I'm showing my friend something, sorry. Okay, I am bullish. It looks like we are rejecting. Doesn't want to give me an invasion if we look at, and as I said, if it does not give me the invasion, I'm not gonna enter a trade. And I don't know if Mr. Mkonto is answered on with his question about gold. And guess what? I was watching Mr. Ramaphosa sitting with Trump spreading their nonsense of South African. There is a genocide in South Africa. And to be fair, on my spreadsheet as well, the one giving me a solid bullish reading is wait a minute. It's USDZA. I'm not a fan of USDZA. I do not normally trade USDZA, but it is giving me a solid bullish reading. Come on. Come on. So when it comes to trading, this is one of the things that is boring about trading. It's you need to wait for the setup that you want. You need to wait for the setup that you want. But anyway, are you trading the PM session though? What's your bias now? And please like the live and subscribe, guys. I would truly appreciate your support if you were to like and subscribe on the live. And leave your comment. I would truly also appreciate your engagements. So you can tell me anything. You can leave your comments. Let's engage. I hope. Am I audible? Come. Am I audible? Oh, come on, man. Am I gonna wait for you to internet? Oh, I'm gonna wait for him the internet. Okay, while waiting for this guy, let's just quickly look at USDZA. It's giving me a bullish reading USDZA. And I did speak about already we have rejected there, and now we are rejecting on this fair value gap, which is a strong support also. However, my worry is this 200 MA. My worry is this 200 MA. So I'll never take a USD in this instance because we could push and reject there and push back up. So no, I'm gonna sit on my hand. I'm not even gonna attempt to trade this. But anyway, the trade that I was looking for was USD JPY. I've not entered yet. Um, I am looking to see a bit of rejection on USD because already we are on the support which rejected above, even though we're trading below this kind of a trend line here. And then one could say the dollar seems like to be losing strength. Perhaps we can get something like that. I am, for one, not looking for that. However, I am looking for something like a push to the upside, close above, retest, and look to go long. I'm very bullish on the dollar. But I always speak about this. In the next FOMC meeting, if they cut interest rate, we are definitely gonna see the dollar a bit of a dollar bear before we push back to the upside. Okay, I spoke about gold. Let me go wait in my boring state. So this is one thing which is boring when we come to trading. Oh, and also the reason why we could have gotten this move here after the remember the AM session push to the upside, we've taken up, sorry, lunch hour, nothing much happened. About 5 to 6 o'clock, we saw that move, and I spoke about this Trump. So this could what have pushed the market lower. But let's wait, man. So we are consolidating. I'm not sure if we're gonna broke to the upside or not. Um, come on. So if you wanna comment, guys, just subscribe. And then if you have an account, then you can comment. It's easy, like what Mr. Ziggy did. To look, the consolidation is a problem. Now for me, just to wait outside. Come on, man. You can do this. Am I even logging in on the right platform? Yeah, so if you wanna comment, just subscribe to the live and Guys, oh, it's rolling over. Now the rolling over means I might be bearish, but I'll decide. When I'm home, kids call and it's a lot. See, let's see S&P 500 if you've taken the low. Also, S&P 500, we are failing to take out this low as well. I would love to see if the 5 minutes will also give us something like an SMT in the 5 minutes time frame. That would be a banger of would be a banger of a trade, trust me. Because right now, no, we are slowly rolling over. Look at that. We are slowly rolling down. So, look at what I did. Sorry, we are slowly rolling down. 1 minute trend line to the downside, but I am gonna wait for what I'm looking for. I'm gonna wait for what I'm looking for. Ain't gonna rush it. Please like and leave the comment, guys, please. Come on, man. Do something. So the market's a bit slow. So the market's extremely slow. Let's do something. Come on, man. I love that move. I just want to see more of that move and give me an invasion. Yeah. I guess my wife is a bit crazy. Today the spread are good. Oh, shucks. You see, if every day I'll be given the spread that I'm seeing here, I'll be extremely happy. I love you. So, I Trumbo. Hi, Peter. How are you, Mr. Mayor? In between, I'll be speaking to my family, ne? But you can ask any question, Mr. Mayor. And please like and subscribe. Let's get to 100 subscribers, please. So let's get to 100 subscribers, Mr. Mayor. Like the live and comment, and you let me know. Yes, Nana. So the market is extremely slow. Yes, love. Okay, I'm back, guys. We're looking good to the upside. It looks like we are holding that 1 minute, 3 minute fair value gap coming to this high, yeah? If you want to scalp, what I got cooking, brother. I'm trading Nasdaq and S&P 500. The day trading, the only the PM session every single day. I'm just waiting for my trade setup to happen. I'm waiting for Nasdaq trade to happen, and yeah. Are you bullish or bearish if you're trading? So here, the reason why I am not taking a trade anywhere here or after this market structure shift to look for a trade anywhere in this range, I feel like it's inside the range that's not tradable. So what I was waiting for is an invasion of this 5 minutes fair value gap here. If we get an invasion of this 5 minutes fair value gap and trade above this high, and then I will look for a retest to go long and target the previous daily high and today's lunch hour high, because already we are trading below the AM session low. However, if we to push this, the whole thing this could reject and come back lower. There is that possibility. But I didn't want to take any trade within that range because we might not even get a distribution to the one side or the other. However, another thing that keeps me bullish, just to explain to Mr. Mayor, is if we're to look at the 1 hour time frame, there is an SMT between Nasdaq and S&P 5. Nasdaq created Nasdaq failed to create a lower low in here, but it created a higher high. To see that smart money tools is something that it's just an extra indication to show that the market is changing the bias. Just a small indication to show market is changing bias. While S&P 500, if we to look at here, it created a lower low. So one of them is weaker, and the one which is weaker, it's Nasdaq in this instance. So 1 hour SMT, it's one thing that keeps me my bias bullish. Already we have taken the liquidity there trading inside the 4 hour order block. So if in here, if I were to go if we're to look at clearly in this range, it's a 1 hour order block tipping that this is a 1 hour fair value gap. The 4 hour fair value gap inside here, we're still failing to invade to get an invasion of this 4 hour. We are closing back to the upside. So therefore, I don't think it will continue rolling over to the downside. And then I did explain that 5 minutes, 1 hour is showing 1 hour invasion. And the 1 hour invasion the 1 hour SMT in there, hence I'm looking for longs. So, but for me to confirm my long trade, I am waiting for 5 minutes invasion fair value gap of this fair value gap here. And I'm just gonna have to wait. I hope I answered you. Mr. Peter, are you answered, Mr. Peter? No problem, Mr. Peter. The network can be slow, brother. But yeah, you can also come back and catch it up. The live are always there, they'll always remain there. Honestly, Peter, I don't think I will take a shot. I think I've already programmed my mind that I'm long today, so I don't want to take shots. Um, the only shot that I have and the only target I will have is this low, is this low. And if you look at inside there already, we have already reacted. That's already 50% of this range here. So we have reacted at the 50% of that range, immediately rejected, and also it has already created another SMT inside there coming back to that. So I don't think I'm very comfortable taking shots. Hi Leila, Unna. Hi Unnao. I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm not saying your name right, apologies. And please like and subscribe, guys. Please, let's get to 100 subscribers. Please like and subscribe. I'll truly appreciate your support in that sense. I hope I've answered you, Mr. May. I'm not going to take shots today. Leila, hi, how are you? And tell me, guys, where are you all from? Where are you guys from? And tell me your bias for the PM session. Just gonna wait for this invasion. Leila, I think you, Leila, I'm saying right your name, okay? So, Peter, to answer your question, Mr. Mayor, I am not gonna look to go shorts. I'm only looking for longs today. And if we get to the top of the hour and 9:15 South African time, I think I'm gonna call it a day without taking a trade today. And Leila, please, guys. So look, come in, like the live, subscribe. I hope you guys are subscribing. I hope you guys are subscribing. Let's get to 100 subscribers. Perhaps when we get there, I might have a surprise for you guys, as some sort of a funded account or something. I will decide. So let's get to 100 subscribers. So Leila, where are you from? Peter, where are you from? Oh, thank you so much. What's up? What's up, though? Take it to Istanbul. The only thing I know about Take and Istanbul, it's football. You have football stadiums there. That's what I know. I am in South Africa. I am in South Africa. So I'm, as I said, okay, I'll re-explain this. I'm looking for longs to the upside. Until if I don't get that invasion, I'm not gonna take a trade. So there's not so much volatility in the market. There's not so much volatility. It's annoying, boring. Not gonna lie. Um, okay, Peter, to be honest, I do not offer signals. I do not offer any kind of trading services as look, I'm not gonna offer signal. And as I said, I'm not a financial advisor. That is why I have this disclaimer. So I'm not a financial advisor, which means I'm not permitted to give signals. I do not have signals. I do not have a trading course. Maybe a trading class or a trading course, maybe. I might have that in the future, but for now, no, I don't. Um, the only thing, if you click the link in the bio, there is a Telegram account where we only discuss the swing position that we potentially could have, and that remember the swing position could include stocks like now. Um, I do have I do have a trade on Capitec Bank, and I think I did receive. So man, second day doing the same thing. It's cold. I poured my hot water on me. Lucky enough, it's a bit cold. Sorry. Anyway, I was saying I do have Capitec Bank. I do have Capitec Bank with me. I do have Capitec Bank. Uh, I am holding Capitec Bank, and all this we only discuss on that stock trading Telegram. So if you could join that stock trading Telegram, I think from next week I'll be more available on the stock trading Telegram. Other than that, no, I do not offer signal, brother. Were you looking for signal services? Were you looking for signal services? And I'm also holding Sustrix 100, which is like an ETF for Nasdaq. I am also holding Satrix 100, which is more like holding Nasdaq in a way. I don't know if it makes sense. Where is it? Oh yeah, Satrix Nasdaq ETF. So it's an ETF. Guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe as you are coming through. So I am holding this trade, which is Satrix 100. So that's one other trade that I'm holding. So yeah, I don't offer signals, brother. Were you looking for trading services? What's happening here? We see the market is rolling over. Yeah, it is rolling over without coming into the point that I'm looking for. So, yeah. So look. Sometimes trading gets boring, most especially in the time like this. So it gets boring on a day like this. Look, fair enough, Mr. Peter. I do not, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't offer any forex kind of. What's this, man? I don't offer any forex. I'm man. Unpin message. Oh, shucks. Sorry, Leila. I just mistakenly deleted your. It is a moderator. I put good channel. I just deleted your thing by mistake, Leila. But I don't offer any. I don't offer any mentorship. No, brother, I don't offer. Honestly, I will never offer mentorships. To be honest with you, I'll never do that. I will truly appreciate helping you, Mr. Peter, but no. Look, all these things, people that offer signals and whatsoever. To be honest with you, I could easily do that and make money, but hey, man, I'm a businessman. In terms of, I do a lot of things. I sell houses. Um, I also work, but however, the reason why I'm avoiding all this is I'm avoiding to be on the wrong side of the FSA. Uh, so you can't give signals if you're not registered. So I wouldn't even dare just try to be on their wrong side. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. But you can join the Telegram, brother. We do discuss the market. It's not there is not financial advice. It's neither. What we do is just something that we love doing together. And perhaps in the long run, in the long run, perhaps I will give classes. Once in a while, I will give trading mentorship. But for now, I feel like I'm not qualified to, not because I can't trade, but because you sometimes have to stick to what you know. And what I know is to trade live. Thanks, Peter. So, Peter, you can join me every single day between 7 p.m. until market closure. Perhaps if you join me every day, when I reach 100 subscribers, I'll do something for you, brother. How long have I been trading? Ah, let's see. Okay, trading in terms of day trading, it's not that long. But trading in terms of investment and everything, I started 2015. So 2015, I was into Asia equity stocks investments. I started them 2018, that time when they launched ELO. When they launched Easy Equities, I was already doing stock investment and trading. And then I did that for almost 3 years, two, 15, 16, 17, 18, yeah, about 3, 4 years. That was investment. Just buy, hold, resell when I want to use money. And then 2020, a guy called Ziggy, we're just discussing the financial market because I'm more into fundamentals as well in terms of long holding trades. I'm more into fundamentals. And then we're discussing. This guy was like, "Hey, dude, you're good at what you do. Why don't you start day trading?" I was like, "Nah." But anyway, cut the short story short. Day trading or trading in terms of forex, because remember I was doing stocks. So trading in terms of forex was 2020, somewhere there. Yeah, 2020. But trading in terms of everything, stock investment, everything from 2015. It's been long, man, doing the stock investments. Look, if we're still holding this low, if we can break up below this low, perhaps it is looking like we could look for a bear market. But other than that, as I said, I'm not looking for bears today. But they are setting up very nice, eh? Oh, the bears are setting up very nice. Let's see. Yeah. So the bears are setting up very nice. Yeah. The bears are setting up very nice. So top of the hour, we might get a clear direction. We broken below there. We're still pushing lower. Somebody else might say, why don't you retest stop loss there and target this low there, or just look for something around this area. Because here there's a 5 minutes in fair value gap here. So there is a 5 minutes fair value gap here. Uh, let's see. I'm just setting up and see. Yeah, something like this makes sense. But I've already told myself I'm not bearish for tonight. I don't know. A trade like this would be nice, eh? Let me think. Is it worth? Okay, guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll truly appreciate if you guys can support me by liking and subscribing on the live. Please like the live, guys. Let's do the engagements. Tell me about your buyers for tonight. And please, as you join along, please like and subscribe. Let's get it going, guys. Let's trade together. Remember, every day between 7 p.m. till late, I will always be live. So it's a change in character, but it's a break of structure in a way. The market has not changed character to the upside. The entire day it's been trading lower. So this will be your first break of structure to the downside, looking at the higher time frame. But if we go to a 50 minutes time frame also, it is a break of structure, retest of these areas with a breaker. And then we're just looking at that range as well. So if 5 minutes, it's not really a break, it's not really a change in state delivery. However, others a change of character, but it's just a break of structure lower. Remember what I said? I said for me to take a trade, I was looking for a state in delivery or a change of character to the upside, but not a break of structure. But this break of structure looks convincing for shorts, but it's not something that today I was looking for per se. I hope I answered you. Look, you can't say it did close a formal low. A proper close of the formal low is this low, yeah. That's where we'll say it's a proper one. This will be the proper one. Let me just make it orange. So this here will be a very proper close below the low. But now we just close below without looking at weeks. So what the market might be doing now might be coming to fill up this week before we push back to the upside. So we might be filling up this week here, and as they call it, shadows. So we might be filling up these shadows, and then after we have taken that, then we can roll over back to the upside. And if it doesn't do that, obviously we didn't get this retest that I was speaking about. That if we get that retest, I will think about getting the trade. But for my buyers today, I was bullish. Yeah, let's see, man. Let's see what happened next. Remember, I'm not at any trade. I'm just thinking about this trade. If it comes back here, look, if it comes back here and 1 minute says to me, let's be bearish, I will definitely be bearish. But remember, I have a cut-off time for the trade. So for those that have joined us, guys, please like and subscribe. And just on the comment section, tell me what you think. Yeah, there is a wick below. The problem is the wick is green. Anyway, for those that join us, please like the live. I'll look. I will be asking you. Please like the live and subscribe, guys. Let's get to subscribers. Let's get to 100 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers. Share the live if you can, and let's trade together, guys. I'm South African after all. I love saying, guys. And for those that are into fundamentals, did you see what Ramaphosa did? Um, Ramaphosa met with President Trump today, and they were discussing stuff. They were discussing us, how we are South Africa a genocide country against white people, which is BS. But anyway, we're not there. So while you're at it, guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I will truly appreciate you guys liking and subscribing to this live. I'll truly, truly appreciate it, guys. Let's subscribe. Let's like the live. Okay, let's do this. Let's get to 10 likes. If you didn't like the live, and just tap any emoji that you like. Any emoji that you like. Just tap that emoji that you like. If we can get to 10 likes, and then we'll be talking. Perhaps I'll give you a swing trading setup. And remember, the swing trading setup, it won't be financial advice, but it will be just for educational purposes. And trading is very risky, guys. So do not take anything that I say as financial advice, but for entertainment and educational purposes. We have 8 views, and which is the biggest. So let's get the likes going. Let's get the subscribers going. Let's get to 100 subscribers. Thank you. Let's get it, brother. Yeah, it was a bit of look. I think that's what pushed the market lower. So what pushed the market lower? What pushed basically? Because I look at the fundamentals a lot. I did discuss the fundamentals at the beginning of this live. So if we're to look at all this, to be fair, um, so look at that. 2:45 p.m. the market bottom just before the G. So remember today they announced GPB. So the British pound announced their interest rate, their inflation data, and their inflation data is about 30 something percent, which is a bit of it's on the bullish side. So they might not cut rates. They might last start to increase interest rates, just trying to cap the CPI or inflation. So that is why maybe gold will say, I'm going to rally to the upside. There's a bit of uncertainties in that sense. And there's a lot of other things that could have happened in the market. But also, Ramaphosa as well did the thing with Trump. They were meeting now during the lunch hour break. I haven't looked at the full video, but hey, it's Ramaphosa, man. I wanted to use the wrong word, but it's Ramaphosa after all, guys. So yeah, 10 live, guys. So let's get to 10 likes. I'll truly appreciate, guys. 8 likes, 2 likes left. Come on, man. And subscribe while you're at it. Where is that thing? Subscribe while at it. Oh, man, it might close before it gets here. Hence, I'm just talking, and doesn't mean I'll take. And I do have a Ben Mercedes. I do have a cut off. I do have a cut off time to take a trade, man. I have until quarter past. Then from there you have about 45 minutes to take a trade. And remember, I'm only trading the PM session. And please, Blin Mercedes, subscribe, brother, and join me every single day and see how we trade. And go previously and watch the previous videos where you'll understand how I trade. But anyway, yeah, we might not get to the retracement of that high to that before we get the continuation to the upside, to the downside again. So it's been a very slow market, to be honest. It's not like yesterday. The market yesterday was a bit faster. Yesterday the market was a bit faster. But what was your bias for the PM session, please? And also, please, I think tomorrow when the market open, so please, I think to Mercedes, I think tomorrow when the market open, we might not get the continuation that perhaps we were looking for. We might get a region. So market closes today. Tomorrow we might get something like this. Invasion here, push there, and then push back to the upside. We might not get that continuation. So I don't want to hold on to it. That is why I only trade the PM session, 7 p.m. till later. Yeah, thank you for joining the Telegram group, guys. But remember that Telegram group, guys, it's not for, ooh, look at that. Without giving me the retracement. Oh, wow. That was evil. That was evil. Please, guys, let's get to 10 likes and just put in any. I love this. Let's just do this, guys. Let's get the engagement going. So I was saying, um, oh man, okay. That was a very good push to the downside. Let's see, what did I miss? I didn't miss anything, to be fair. We might not change bullish, but the thing is, we have taken this low now. So what might happen, yeah? I'm gonna see S&P 500. Let's see, we've taken the low as well. Now we've taken the low on S&P 500, so the bears are still there. So the bears are still strong. Unfortunately, you couldn't get any trade, even if we're looking for a trade today. You could look for a trade on a 1 minute on that low. I mean, after the invasion, you look for this breaker point. And to be fair, the market didn't give us that today, so you could look for something like that. And also, it didn't get that retest, so why look for that trade also? So I think the market is gone. Simple, man. But can I ask, this before you go? Can I ask just before you go? Are you seeing sales for the rest of the week? Are you looking at it fundamentally, or are you just looking at the technicals? Because according to me, I'll just quickly technicals. According to me, for long-term trading, I am looking for this bullish. I am looking for this bullish fair value gap there. So I am looking for the market for swing trading. Even though I'm holding Cetrix 100, even though I'm holding Cetrix 100, which is an ETF on Nasdaq. So for me to get long for long-term trading, I am looking for this Monday opening gap, this last week opening gap after Trump and the Chinese have agreed on a deal. So I'm looking for this and push back to the upside. But that's swing trading. But on the day trading side, there is possibility for the market to still push lower. And what could be pushing the market is Trump talking, guys. What could be the pushing the market lower still It could be there's a lot happening on the fundamental side. Trump can say anything any day, but besides Trump saying a lot, also besides Trump saying a lot, you look at CPI. Yeah, we are bearish. We are looking to come back to this low, yeah, to this low. But remember, I was looking for a retest, yeah, for me to start being bearish. As I said, I drew it earlier that I might look for this retest, yeah. Uh, uh, um, I was looking the time it was I was looking for this retest. It didn't give me that retest, so that is why I was not even contemplating the trade. So yeah. Look, Mercedes, I'll have to tell you something, brother. I do agree with you. Technicality will be going there. And one thing about trading, and that I've learned for the past few months that I've been trading and investing, there's nothing as being certain. There's nothing as being sure what will happen in the market. Um, we could hold this support here. We could hold this support here without reaching back and fill that gap. There's so many gaps that were never filled. The market did push to the upside. And as I said, I am a fundamental trader. And when I say I'm a fundamental trader, I mean I look at the overall fundamental bias of the market. And I think I'll share software with you next week. So if you come and trade with me next week, I will share a specific software next week that determines the bias, looking all the fundamentals. Like for now, for example, my software is not full build yet, but next week I'll share it. So my software for AUD USD, I'm just gonna use this as an example. It's telling me AUD USD it's bearish long term, but I'm not gonna go bearish until I see the market break. Ah, look at that. Until I see the market breaking below there, holding that, breaking below this resistant area. I mean, this support and holding things like this. That's the only way I am looking for. So what I'm trying to say, it's as much as we are seeing the market is doing what it wants to do. The fundamentals are driving the market. I have USD JPY. I think I spoke about this the entire week, even yesterday, that I was looking for longs in this range. Look, you could even take long, your stop loss would be here to push back to the upside. Fundamentally, it made sense. However, we're still rolling lower. Will that change? Look, it can change, but my fear now to jump into such a market, you look at CPI or inflation, 2.3 in the US. It's giving that it's likely for the Feds to cut rates. There is possibilities for the Feds to cut rates. You look at if you look at the jobs data, it's 4.2% in the US. And look, I'm not thumb sucking what I'm saying. I can show you. I can definitely show you. Uh, I'll quickly show you. I can show you now what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, guys, we've already reacted on the 1 hour low. Let's see here if we've reacted on the 1 hour low as well. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I think today I'm not gonna get a trade. We've already taken that low, so I think I'm not gonna take a trade. It's late. I think I didn't get a trade today, unfortunately. So anyway, Mercedes, are you still here, brother? As I was saying, I was trying to just explain that there's nothing that for sure. You could be certain, I will never be certain in the market. The reason why we take losses is because there's nothing as certainty in the market. Because it's a resistant area here. That's support, I suppose, I mean. That's support. This is support. The market might fail to roll over low. The market might still fail to come back, fill that gap here. It might come and reject there. It might come even reject where it is and push back and come back to the all-time high. There is that possibility. So my point is we can't be certain in the market. So just just to show you something. Okay, anyway, just to show you the fundamentals that I was talking about here. So let's just go through the fundamentals. Oh, come on. The GDP, the annual GDP growth in the US 2%, which is a very, very important factor in determining how bullish or how bearish the market is. But if we're to look at inflation data, which is CPI in this instance, so CPI is 2.3%, and remember, the Feds are targeting 2% as how they want the prices to grow, meaning inflation. So inflation 2%. The tariff story is down. Countries are negotiating. Look, Peter, I'm not going to continue trading. Look, to be fair with you, it's too late now for me to look for trades. I'm not going to look for trades. The market might close while I'm still holding. Anyway, so as I was saying, inflation it's at 2.3%, close to 2%. And the Fed's watch says we are likely to get interest rate cuts. And what happens when you get interest rate cuts? Look at that. We are 4.5%, coming down from 5.5% 2023. Now inflation is at its lowest for the past 5 years. And that's purely inflation. So we are likely to get in if inflation continue being lower and the market is solid stable. There's not so much, there's no tariff scares, there's no world, I mean, there is no war scares, more especially between what do you call this, in Israel. We are likely to get rate cuts, and when we get rate cuts, when there is rate cuts, the Feds will cut interest rate, and when they cut interest rate, the market will move lower. I don't know if that makes sense. And if we to look at the retail sale, it has slowed down. So there is a clear indication that if we're to look at the fundamentals, there is a clear indication that there is a slowdown in the US economy. Hence, CPI is lower. If we're to look at unemployment rate, 4.2, quarterly GDP minus 0.3, there is a lesser there. Inflation story is lower. Balance of trade is bad. Um, Retail sale is lower as well. So trust me, we could get rate cuts, and that will be very bullish for Nasdaq. So the point of me trying to explain all this nonsense that I'm trying to explain here, it's you can't speak with certainty. I don't know if I make sense, but anyway, guys, I hope we get. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, you guys didn't subscribe a lot to get 200 I mean 10 likes. And I hope all of you subscribe. I'll truly appreciate if you could subscribe and press the notification button. Whenever I'm live, you can see it. But anyway, Mercedes, I was just trying to explain that you can never say it with certainty. We could reject where we are. It could come back and reject here where there is a gap filled before we push back to the upside. Anything can happen. So you can't say anything with certainty in the market. I think that's what I was trying to explain. But other than that, unfortunately, oh, come on. Unfortunately, today we did not get any buyers. And according to Mayor, Mr. Peter Mayer, if you're still there, you were speaking about your retest. Where is your retest, Mr. Mayer? This retest of yours, yeah. It did retest and it's going lower, but hey, man, it's not my cup of tea. In fact, it didn't reach the retest. Yeah, it didn't reach the retest. No, it didn't reach the retest. Definitely, brother. That is why. So, that is why, personally, when I trade, so for swing positions, as I said, I think let me just quickly go through this. As I said, I do have Nasdaq, but I bought it in ETF because that time I just didn't want to trade on my broker. So I bought it ETF instead of buying Nasdaq directly. I bought it ETF. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it's correct. I bought an ETF. I bought an ETF, which is good in profit. Yeah, I bought an ETF. So ETF is directly Nasdaq, but ETF is like it's a JSE listed basket that tracks Nasdaq movement. So I bought it and we pushed back to the upside. That's how I got it, and we're pushing back to the upside. Good move, good profit. I'm up 6% on this one. because you sometimes have to trade what you see. But I have a trade here for which is going to my stop loss to show you that you can't predict the market. Yeah, I have a trade here. Look at how close is it to my stop loss. I was looking for a retest. I was looking for a retest there. And already as US30 was lagging below and it's almost close to my stop loss. But that's a swing position. It's not a day trading position. So, hey man, the market happens. Every single day there's something new in the market. Fundamentals are changing on almost every single day. So, yeah, a lot happens, man. I was hoping that US30 will start pushing to the upside. But something else that delayed US30 balls of to come through, it was is it Health United? There is an American company listed in the U in the US30 index or in the Dow Jones index. I think it's Health United. Health something, it's a health company um, and pushed the market lower. News came through on it. It pushed the market lower. But anyway, for tomorrow, in terms of fundamentals, before I go, uh, tomorrow, so tomorrow we have PMI, 3:45 p.m., and also we have unemployment claims. Unemployment claims, they look like they are forecasting an increase of 230. And if unemployment continues going to the upside, trust me, the Fed might cut rate. Might is not something certain. Now the unemployment claims or unemployment change forecast is 230. It's 230. Oh, you can see. Sorry. Oh God. They are forecasting 200. And let me just quickly do this. What happened here? Yeah. I did something that I was not supposed to do, gentlemen. Anyway, still nothing. Wow. Wow. Here we go. Anyway, I was saying unemployment claims tomorrow. The forecast is 230. And if we continue getting higher unemployment claims, we are likely to get rate cuts. And rate cuts will still continue, will still push the dollar lower. Will still push the dollar lower. But anyway, for the PM session today, guys, is Trump talking though? Really? Is Trump talking? Oh no, it's not. Okay. Anyway, okay. Let me just take your comment, then I can call you a night. Yeah, the market gets crazy, but head out to you guys that can read the market like you do. Hey man, it takes time, brother. It takes time, Mayor, Mr. Mayor. It takes time. It takes patience. I love fundamentals, so I'm focusing on fundamentals today. But day trading, you have to stick to what. And if you were to go back to the previous videos that I've been live for the previous few videos, you realize that I've been taking break evens for quite a while. I took a lot of break evens 3 weeks ago. I think I took about 3 or 4 break evens in a row. And from there I took a loss last week. I took I think it was 2 losses. No, last week I took break evens and 2 losses, yes. And then this week I only got a trade yesterday, which was in take profit was hit. So, hey man, it's not all roses. You just have to be patient. That is why today now, when I saw that move, I didn't like, I'm gonna jump. No, I was waiting to see the market trade below. And after that, I was still waiting for it to retest there so that if it retests back to that fair value gap, for me, the risk to reward, it makes sense for me to take a trade there to target this low. It's like a 2R kind of some sort. So I always target that. But Look at what happened. Look at what happened. What happened was it failed to come back here. So before I go live, before I go out, guys, please like the live, please subscribe and press the notification button so that every time I post content and every time I trade live, you'll be notified. And come join me. I will really appreciate if I could learn from you. It will be an engagement show. And if you have a system like this, guys, we can trade together live and we'll be live on YouTube together. I'm planning to have a trading show where I invite people to come trade with me, and you can join me here on top, eh? You'll be part here on top, here, here. You'll be part of me here. Where there's Telegram, I'll put you, and we trade together live. Show you your trade live together. I invite anyone to come, and we can set it up. Trade out the PM session together, man. I don't mind. I'm planning on making it a training show. So, Mercedes, if you would love to trade the PM session, you can join me. And anyone can, eh? Mercedes, as I said, perhaps maybe I don't make sense, eh? How can I buy? Good question. How can I buy? I don't like calling tops to trades, eh? How dare do I buy US30? Because when you're holding shorts, hey man, you can hold shorts. I'm holding longs, and I'm not ashamed of it. Number one, let's go through it, man. Number one, we broke out of this resistance area, trading above the 200 MA. So I was hoping the 200 MA will hold and push back to the upside. But definitely, it is definitely failing. And if we're to look at this candle is telling you, looking, there is something happening in the market right now. Um, quickly check, yeah. So you see, Mercedes, if you're still in the live, this is what I always teach. There's nothing that happens in the market without the understanding of fundamentals. Unfortunately, fortunately, you are on the right side of fundamentals. In this instance, I am on the wrong side. Here, equities fall, yields rises intraday as market track tax cut bill. So there is a possibility of tax cut bill. And when that happens, the market decides to sell off because there's a bit of uncertainty there. And look at gold. For sure, with that uncertainty, gold is pushing to the upside. Here we go. Yeah. Here's gold pushing to the upside. Are you still there, Mercedes? Have I answered your question why I bought instead of sold? So what am I trying to say to you now? I bought when I sold. Fortunately, you're on the right side of the market and you could have sold here. You could have sold in that resistance. Now it's holding. But the reason why I bought holding above the 200 MA, go to 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, we clearly see a break of structure leaving two fair value gaps. I entered one of the fair value gap. I thought the market would hold the 200 MA and we continue to the upside. It didn't happen. I'm taking a loss. But why did that happen? Why are we seeing a major sell off? Here's your answer. There is a possibility of a tax cut bill being put in place. There is a possibility of tax cut bill being put in. So U.S. Treasury drop after 20-year bond auction. Again, U.S. equity indices drop as fiscal concerns and Treasury yields sharply higher. You see. So now you understand. I hope Mercedes, are you still there? Before I call it a night, man. I've been mumbling a lot. Are you still there? Do you understand, brother? Why the market is selling off? So this is why the market is selling off. It's because of that. Hence, I bought it. So your question was, there is a double top. So what? There is a double top. So what? Um, Still holding yourself for the rest of the week, for this whole week. As I said earlier to you, man, you'll never predict the market 100%. Um, Please like the live, guys. I know I mumble a lot. Please like the live and subscribe. Good night, Mr. Mayor. So to answer message, I think I've answered you, brother. Why the market is selling off? There's concerns over Treasury tax cut bill that is coming through, so the market just sold off. Um, so if there's uncertainty in the market, I'll tell you now. Gold will be bullish. Indices will sell off most of the time, and in this case, no, Mercedes, this is not news events. Okay. When I say I'm a fundamental trader, it's not news events. What do I mean? Oh God. Okay. Fundamentals. I'll tell you the fundamentals I'm looking for. I look at NFP, CPI, not the spikes of the news, but I trade the whole market setup. You look at NFP numbers, you look at CPI numbers, PMI numbers, retail sales, as I was explaining earlier. You look at CO2 data. Yesterday, I spoke about the CO2 data. What was interesting about the CO2 data that was reported on Friday? Um, we saw the CO2 data, we saw the market. Okay, I'll show you that now. I hope I make sense though. I look at everything, man. I don't trade the spikes. But you can join me during the sessions. But I'm trying to say, for swing trading, I don't trade the spike. I can't trade news at all. I don't go live during FOMC, discuss the market, what the market is doing during FOMC, because I look at the entire board of fundamentals. But let's look at what the market did. Let's look at the hedge funds and the big businesses, what they did during last week, you know. So what did they do last week? Okay, here's last week's data. Just quickly fix this. Okay, I hope you understand this messages. So, just to answer you, so last week, so this is Nasdaq last week, non-commercial. This is non-commercial hedge funds, big banks that are a bit leveraged. What did they do last week? They added a lot of short contracts. They added a few short contracts. What does this mean? We are net short. They added 30,000 shorts and a few long contracts. And this could make sense why the market is still selling off today. I could be on the wrong side of them. They are selling. They sold last week. I bought today. But that was last week data. So the entire week, this is what happened. They added long contracts. Funny enough, this is something that you need to look at and understand. Funny enough, um, they bought a lot of gold. They sold a lot of gold as well. CO2 data. Look at gold. But next week I'll be having a proper setup, guys. I'm super excited about it. Gold, same thing. They closed a lot of contracts. I mean, they added a lot of short contracts and added a few long contracts, but we are net short, meaning they were buying a lot of short contracts, meaning they were selling. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. They were buying a lot of short contracts. I do not trade spikes, but non-commercial long term, they are bullish for gold. It makes sense. It's a safe haven. They are they're hedging their positions with gold sometimes. Um, so I hope I make sense, man. And if we're to look at Bitcoin, let's read the CO2 data for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, they closed a lot of short contracts. They closed short contracts, they added long contracts. They were buying Bitcoin. They sold off. They sold off Nasdaq. They sold everything, but they bought they went long on Bitcoin. I hope Mercedes I make sense, brother. I hope I make sense. But for this sell off, man, it didn't just happen. And I'm still in the trade after all. But let's see until tomorrow. The sell off didn't just happen, it was because of this. Equity market lower as Republicans head to White House on tax cut bill. So the uncertainties that sold off the market and push gold to the upside. I hope I make sense, brother. And with these uncertainties, man, you could look for something like this. If the market come lower, it is there. I will look for long. But anyway, I mumbled the road, man. Thank you so much, Mercedes. I hope you understood. Hope to see you tomorrow again. And we're not fighting, brother. We're just teaching each other. We are just learning from one another, my man. Other than that, have a great day. Unfortunately, today there was no trade for me. Have a great day, guys. Please do not forget to like and subscribe on the live. I truly appreciate your support. Let's get to 100 subscribers, 500 subscribers, and a million views. Let's get it working. So I'll call it a day, guys. I will call it a day. I've been live for almost 2 hours, looking for trade that didn't happen, but I'll call it a day for now. Um, I just want to say I am planning of making a live trading session every PM session, 7 p.m. until late. That's when the PM session starts at 7:30. Between 7 to 7:30, we will be discussing on the long-term positions that I have, which is swing trading, looking at fundamentals. Thanks, brother Mercedes. Um, and we look into those things, man. Thank you, brother Mercedes, for engagements. And anyone who wants to join me and trade with me live. And when I say trade with me, I don't mean being live there and watching me trade, but however, trade together, man. Let's be on live together. Trade live. Let everyone watch. Let's trade live. If you wanna trade with me live and we trade live together, just send me on Telegram. There's a link. Click the link below. I'll find my Telegram account and send me a text. Send me a text, or you can even leave a comment here, or leave a comment. In fact, like the live, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell me that, hey man, let's trade together. If you have a setup like this, where you can be live, where you can live stream, let's live stream and trade together. Where there's a link in my bio, you'll be up there. You show your chart, I show my chart. Whoever has a position, we switch in between each other, and that's how we'll be trading together, man. So come join me every single day, guys. I love you all. I'm tired. I have to go to rest. Working tomorrow. Yeah. If you have any question, just ask in the comment or respond to your comments. And if you want to join me every single day, come through, brother. I will appreciate everyone who comes join me. And I love you all. Have a great day, everyone. If you wanna be in the group where we discuss the market, when I mean discussing the market, I mean remember this is not financial advice. So we just be discussing the market, just discussion. Where I only updates about stock investments and swing trading where we discuss that. But other than that, I love you all. Have a great day, guys. I love you. Peace. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. And just to let you know, Friday I won't be trading. I'm going out with my woman. She's taking me out. Or we are taking each other out. Doesn't matter. But I'm going out. So tomorrow is the last trading day where I'll be trading live. Have a great day, guys. Love you. Peace.